Hi guys and girls, welcome to your face reading channel. In today's video, I'm going to share with you the two infamous leaders, the comparison between their faces. So the idea of this particular video I have got from one of the comments that I have received on one of my last videos on Kim Jong-un as to what's the difference between Putin and Kim Jong-un in terms of the different facial features and especially the Shen component. So here I am presenting to you in this magic board the difference between the two leaders and what story their faces tell. So let's deep dive into the magic board to uncover some of the differences, some of the commonalities that they share that makes them the leader that they are, the infamous leaders that they are, and we are going to delve some secrets of face reading through their faces, right? So I have written down the parameters here. As you could see on the right of the screen, we are going to compare their Shen, we are going to compare their face flesh, we are going to see their lips, the forehead, the nose length. These are the features that I have found have a difference. Of course, there could be many other differences, but these 5 features tells the major, variations in their life, in their personalities, right? So the very first part that I want you to focus on, which is the aspect of commonality, is their Shen. Shen is the light of the eyes, and if you are following my channel for a very long time, this is one of the most favorite topics of discussion for me. So Shen is the light of the eyes, it's the eye tone, it's the eye reflection, it's the light that emits through your eyes, that emanates through your eyes, and what it tells about you. This is one of the most difficult aspects to read in face reading, and to get acquainted with more eye Shens, you need to see faces more, you need to see personalities more. Your eye Shen gives the state of your emotions or your current emotional state, because it helps you gauge the current fire energy, the current fire presence in a person. And because eyes are a reflection of how a person's heart opening is with respect to how open a person is and how feelingful a person is, that's where we tend to see the aspect of Shen, right? So if you see their eye Shens, right, that is just focus on this particular region, where you focus only on the light of the eyes, the emanation that comes out from the eyes. If you see, it is kind of a very, dead Shen. One of the face readers, wonderful face readers, said that if Shen can be felt as well as seen, then is when a person is really in the moment, then is when a person is really feeling for the things that he or she is saying. When you see their Shen, that is the light of the eye, you have a very much a feeling of that their highlights indicate that of course they are power hungry. That is something that is there. But because the aspect, the light of the eyes cannot be felt, it means that they may compromise on morality principles. They may do things which leads them to be in power at any cost. They may do things which lets them be at the position that they are, irrespective of whatever the harm other person goes through. That is what a dead Shen looks like. And in a lot of faces of criminals, you will feel that their Shen, the light of the eyes, can be seen, but it cannot be felt. Similarly, it's not to say that they are criminals, but when eye Shens are dead, as you could see, that it cannot be felt on their faces, it can so indicate that that they may or they are compromising on principle of ethic, on principles of being honest, on principles of being moral in their lifestyle. So that is something which you can see through the Shen. Of course, it also indicates a sense of power hunger, which of course puts them in position of power, puts them in position where they can be leaders for their country. But then it also indicates that they can do anything to be at power, and they can go to any stream to to stay long within that power centric zone. So that is one of the aspects of commonality that you could observe on their face, right? That Shen, that is more on the dead side, more on the side where feeling component is significantly less, right? The other aspect is the face flesh, and here we are going to compare their earth aspect. The amount of earth element that you can gauge to a person is by looking at their face flesh and the size of the mouth and the lips. So if you see Kim Jong-un's face, who is of course the North Korean supreme leader, his mouth is small but his lips are pretty full, right? The lip part is full. You have significant visibility of the upper lip and the lower lip, and on the face part as well, you could observe that flesh component is there significantly, which means that earth element is significantly present onto his face. What that means is that he is a little protective, a little caring for his own family. Because the lips are full, that also indicates that that his compassion for his inner family is something which he holds significantly on. Whereas if you see Putin's lips, which are very thin in nature, and the face flesh is also pretty less, that indicates that earth component on him is pretty less, which means he's very less family centric versus Kim Jong-un, who emphasizes on his family. He wants to be protector of his inner family. Because the mouth is pretty small, it means that he is reserved, or he cares more about his own private family than for the others. And that is something which you can see with respect to his personality traits which he displays, right? So because the lips are more on the mouth is more on the shorter side and lips are full and face flesh is full, it indicates that earth element is more in Kim Jong-un and less in Vladimir Putin, which indicates that he can be a lot more cruel in that sense towards his people, right? That is the Vladimir Putin. But because the Shen is dead, that indicates that both of them can compromise on sense of morality to achieve what they want to achieve, right? So it's like that. It's like their Shen also indicate aspect of fire and focus, which means attaining power at any cost. And when fire is focused, imagine that there's a glass and there's a paper around and sun is being focused through the lens. It can burn the paper, right? Similarly, when people have that sense of fire and focus, they can do anything to be at power, right? So we have talked about the face flesh, we have talked about the lips component. The other aspect to notice here is the forehead, where we could see that the Putin's forehead is quite long, and whenever you have a person with a very high forehead, it can indicate that consumption of information, the thinking patterns, the amount of information that a person needs to come at a decision could be significantly high, which means that he can consume more information to act on things. Whereas if you see Kim Jong-un's face, the forehead part is not that high, which means that he's more on the practical side of things. Of course, with very straight eyebrows, it can indicate that his thinking patterns can be quite logical in nature, and he can be more on the actful side rather than on the thinking side of things. So that is one of the things which is indicative of on their faces, where the consumption of information for a particular thing that he wants to do can be more on Putin's side and less on Kim Jong-un's side, right? With respect to the nose length, if you clearly see, the nose length on Putin's face is significantly big than on Kim Jong-un's face. With respect to nose length, it indicates when a person has a strong, long nose, it indicates a sense of strong metal energy into you. And big noses go with the personality profile of a person craving to establish their presence, or craving for power, craving for their personal freedom, craving to hold a position in a significant way. So that is something which a strong nose or a long nose can infer. And with the spaces that are less in between the eyebrows as well, it indicates that he wants to remain independently, in control of things. So that is something which you could see on Putin's face. And because Putin has labored himself to a powerful position, whereas Kim Jong-un has been blessed with a powerful position from his father and the forefathers. So that clearly indicates a difference between how the power centers that they hold is similar in one fashion, but how they have arrived onto it can be slightly different, where he can be more towards the hunger for power, and he can lead things more on the side of ground level, because he has seen all through the years growing up. So that is something which you could observe from his nose length. So these are pretty much the parameters that I felt was important for me to share with you, and I hope the comment that I have received have got a deeper and an in-depth answer between the comparison of two leaders. Do let me know for any questions that you have regarding these two faces. And once you're seeing faces, it's important to also rely on your intuition. Intuition means the inner channeling that happens when you see a particular face and what comes out. It's important that you measure and see the traits and thereby arrive at their meaning. But it's also important that you channel your intuition to craft a message that you're getting from the higher power. So it's between both, and the technical aspect is something that you can use to channel your intuition and kind of craft your intuition into words using the trait specific knowledge that you have of the entire face. So never undervalue your intuition. Do rely on technical stuff, but never undervalue your intuition. So that was pretty much it for this particular video. If you wish to have your face reading, you can check out my website chehraspeaks.com, the details of which are there in the description. And this is also the site that you can check out. The stylus has stopped working. Yeah, this is the site that you can check out. I'll make sure to give the link in the description, and you can check across the readings that I offer and connect with me. So yeah, that is pretty much it. Thank you so much for watching. If you feel this video was helpful, give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends whom you feel it can help, and having a knowledge of face reading can boost their lives. So bye bye for now. This is Nitesh signing off.